Hello, welcome to another episode of 𝙤𝙤𝙧𝙚 Talk, 𝙤𝙤𝙤𝙯 share and tell. So today we are going to talk about the investor series because currently on the ground we are receiving a lot of questions and we are serving quite a number of investors, which is a little bit hard right now because with a budget of 1 to 1.2 million, or like let's say you want a 1.5 to 1.8 million. To be very honest, the choices of units that you can choose from is not really
fantastic.
Correct. So that's why we have decided to talk about this, because we feel that it can address a lot of questions that our clients has been asking us. Right. Right now, right, I think what we are facing in the market is a lot of fear coming from investors also. Like, what can they buy? Are they being priced out, or like, is there any even good buys for them to buy? What do you think?
Well, it really depends on the kind of investment that you are looking at, because because there is like two kinds of investment that we are looking at, which is what we call the long-term investment as well as the short-term investment. So for the long-term investment is of course like what we say, you know, like we buy and then we hold for an extended period of time. It can go up to like maybe like 10, 20, 30 years perhaps. And then, you know, like in the meantime you are renting it out and then just earning the passive income. And then the other one is what we call the short-term investment, and then this is what people, you know, usually do. They will buy new launch and then they will probably sell it within like the next 3 to 5 years.
Craze, right?
Correct. So this is what, you know, like I guess, you know, like you have seen the news, you know, like how all these new launches have been performing recently. So yeah, so they tap mainly on capital appreciation for this kind of short-term investments. This kind of question might interest a lot of our viewers as well. So example, right, today, presumably I only have a budget of 700k. Okay. I buy a unit for 650k. Okay, and then 30 years down the road, I sell it for 500k, which is of course unlikely. But in the event if it does happen, yeah, do you think I make a loss or do you think I actually make money?
If you ask me, from the number, definitely make a loss.
Right, I think this is actually something a lot of our investors, you know, like judging from the numbers, they all felt that this is a loss-making unit. But actually, in fact, you are making money. This is what we call the forced saving. And let me break it down to you how it works, okay? Presumably your purchase price is at 650k, okay? And then your 25% down payment, we are looking at 163k, okay? And then your remaining 75% is your bank
loan.
Correct. Okay? So this is the money that you have actually put in out of your own pocket. Okay. So let's take it as currently, right? The loan interest. Okay, let's just be a little bit crazy. We'll put it at 3%. Okay, 3% loan interest. We are looking at a monthly mortgage of 2.1k. Okay. Say presumably, right now you are renting it at 2.8k per month. Okay, sorry, 2.8k per month. Okay, so basically what this concept is selling, right, is getting your tenant to pay for your principal and your interest. And at the same time, you can still safely get a passive income of $700 per month. So after the end of 30 years, right, not having to pay a single cent for your house, you don't pay your principal, you don't pay your interest, and then, you know, like in the meantime, you are still receiving $700 every month for 30 years.
Even if I add in my stamp duty, because I will have my buyer's stamp duty at the start.
Correct.
Legal fees also.
Yes, correct. I can count that for you. So presumably today our stamp duty is at 3%. Yeah. So our 3% buyer stamp duty. This one I'll have to draw out my calculator for
Let me draw my calculator. It's loading in. Oh, they asked me to.
Okay.
No, please do not ask me to update my app.
Okay,
650 stamp duty, right?
Yeah,
3%
correct.
minus 5400.
Okay,
14,100.
That is at 14,100. And then your legal is at,
Say, I put it at a high, 3,000.
okay, we put it at 3,000. So this one gives you 17,100. Dividing 17,100 with $700. So you can roughly see how much your how many months of your passive income can cover up for your stamp duty and your legal fee already.
Okay, understand. Wait, 17,100.
So Yvonne has to get the exact number. If not, she's not going to sleep tonight.
Yes.
She's
we are very numbers
Yeah,
driven.
she's super persistent.
24 months.
Correct. So that takes you 2 years.
2 years.
Of rental, passive income to cover up your stamp duty and your legal fee. And then what happens after that for the next 28 years is actually your profit. Does that sound good to you?
So so that means that your down payment is only your, I mean whatever that you put in is only your down payment, your stamp
Correct.
duty.
Correct. So right, at the end of the 500k, right? I know, like in future when you sell it for 500k, and then minusing off your initial down payment of 163k, that means you still earn a profit of at least 300k. And so this is the concept of what I meant by forced saving.
Interesting.
That's
Actually, this is
right.
what some of my clients do as well.
Correct.
Because they buy and hold for a long term.
Correct. But I guess it really depends on how patient you are. You know, like because some people, they prefer to see instant returns. So 30 years to them might sound a little bit long. But the thing is, if today, working with very limited new launches and also not to mention the skyrocketing prices of properties, I think this is a lot of, I would say nowadays property prices might not be able to fit the budget of most people, or rather some people.
Yeah.
So but then it doesn't mean that you cannot do investment at all. You still can, but it's
Good
just in a
point.
different direction.
Yep.
Yvonne, I was just thinking, right?
Yep.
What do you think about fire sale? I mean, like, if today I'm an if I'm an investor, definitely I want something, a property that is cheap, right? So I should
That's a
go
very
for
good
fire
question.
sale, right?
Recently, there's a lot of my clients asking me for fire sale. Actually, they have been asking me since 2018 because of the cooling measures that came out. But some of the clients who has been asking me about fire sales are still not in the market, and they realize that the market has been going up and up and up, and there's still no fire sales.
Yeah, guys, already like what, 4 years already, and they're still waiting.
Yes.
Oh.
Yes. So if you ask me what I think about fire sale, I think number one, what we need to really seriously consider is how we are getting a bank loan right now. Because ever since 2013, right, this thing called the TDSR came up, total debt servicing ratio. So it
Correct.
also means that 55% of your income can be used to pay any debts that you can have, including your car loan, a personal loan, study loan, housing loan, this kind. So ever since 2013, right, the government has already tried to tame the market such that if only you can afford, then you can go and take up a loan. So generally, people who cannot afford and people who are just timing the market, right, will get priced out eventually. So that's why ever since 2013, the market has been recorrecting itself already. So we don't really see any fire sales of that sort. But probably if you're in the core central region, like those which are like 5 million or 6 million, then yes, you might see sometimes you might see this kind of things that come out during a crisis or something like that.
Correct.
Yeah, so another thing is also with the TDSR in place, right, and also foreigners coming in paying ABSD, all this, right, technically if you have money then you will buy, right, if you're
Yeah,
paying
of
ABSD.
course.
Yeah, so with that case, right now, a lot of my clients, some of the investors, right, they are renting their houses now. Given the current increase in the rental rate, which is quite crazy, right, at this current moment.
And it runs so crazy fast.
Very fast. Yeah, so
Yeah.
even with the high interest rates, actually the rental is able to cover the interest rate portion, which end of the day, there's no hurry for my clients to sell because they are investors, they are collecting rental. And if you're on the other side of the spectrum, your own stay, what do you sell when you are losing money and that you have to restructure everything?
That's
or
true.
like what do you sell when the market is bad? You are okay, anyway you're staying there in the first place, so you will just still stay throughout one.
Yeah, correct.
So in terms of fire sale, to be very honest, in the current market, right, have you seen any?
Not for the last couple of years actually. You know, like in fact I thought that during COVID period there will be a lot of fire sale coming on. But I guess things just doesn't go the way that we were all expecting to
Yeah, because so long as we understand what government is putting in place, all the measures and stuff, right?
Correct.
We know that for a fact Singapore's market is not going to. Government doesn't want us to speculate and doesn't want us to like time the market and then sell it at a fast.
Correct.
Yeah. So I think to answer the question of fire sales, if you can find one, tell me.
I
will be the
also
first.
want.
We will be the first one to enter. We won't even tell our clients 我们就进场了。
We will go in first, so maybe it will be sold out before it actually hits the market. So yeah, but actually you do know. I mean, like I guess like hearing from us, I think there is actually a lot of investments ways that you can look at. It's not just like one like a specific way that you had in mind. So I guess what's more important is to have a professional, customized investment plan that is suitable for you,
based on your requirements
and also your budget.
Yeah, your budget, whether you're looking for legacy or rent, like what you mentioned earlier on, right? Whether it's rental yield or capital gains.
Correct.
Definitely, there will be things for you to look at.
For sure.
It's only whether you can find the sound advice that will lead you to where that thing is.
Correct. And of course, please make sure it's good advice, yeah? Because, like...
No, just say.
No, because not all advices are good advices. That's right.
We have heard of clients who also bought property 3 years ago. Until today, despite the crazy increase in the market, right, property did not rise.
Correct.
Some of the very interesting ones that you can check out would be the Sale and also the Cliff in CBD area.
Correct.
Despite the current crazy prices, right, it's not really increasing, but this will be a topic of its own in the future. Yeah. So with that, I think we have come to the end of the investor series.
That's right.
So if you have any questions, feel free to let us know again.
Or if you have lobang for fire sale, don't forget us as well.
Okay.